Okay, we are back. Hello again, Internet. Hello, Twitch. Hope you are well. Master Monkey again here with you. Still sticking with the pseudonyms, and I hope that's okay with you. Let's see, so tonight, very much tonight, what is it, midnight PST. Hope you guys are ready for a long session because I got a lot planned tonight. First thing, I got to get some video footage together that will be edited into the quick intro to the Internet Toybox. Ooh, Internet Toybox. Here it is. Yeah, the beta user kit. I have 3 of these on the bench in progress. This one's done pretty much. Clean up the wiring a little bit and attach the faceplate permanently. This one has installed in its. Which camera am I going to use? Make up your mind, monkey. This is the latest version. Incidentally, I'll put the address up here on the screen. Let's get the keyboard here. In the background, I want to remind you, as we have been doing recently, we got Beat Pete vinyl sessions. Beat Pete on YouTube, BEATPETE, of the infamous vinyl sessions. Go find them on YouTube. They're really great. Okay, so anyways, BEATPETE, Beat Pete on YouTube. Where's the address here? Let's see, I guess I could put that up on the screen. That would help. Yeah, okay. Here, just go here. Just go there. And if you go over there, there's information on the viewer kit. It's not pretty, that's for sure. It's not a pretty site. Let's see. How you guys doing tonight? Drop in the chat and let me know, and that'll be cool. And let me know what you think about this tagline, the future of fun. It's pretty cheesy, huh? All right. Well, so certainly open to suggestions for alternatives. So please give me yours. Drop it in the chat or something like that. Anyways, you got some information here on the first beta user kits, which are available now. But don't get too excited. I only got 3 of them. So as soon as I get these 3 out, I'll be able to build some more, and I'll get some out. In the meantime, I'm working on a real proper production pipeline plan, so we'll get that together. Anyway, so you'll find this on monkeyrobotics.com. We got a disaster over here. One moment while we have a quick technical interlude. I was just trying to turn the volume down there. All right. What was I talking about? Oh, the Internet Beta Kit. Okay, Beta Kit. You get the information here on what you get with the kit. I'm going to show you that in a second anyways. You'll note on there that I say that the RGB head toy option is installed. So that's a good segue. So here's the basic. I guess I'm going to go with this camera. Here's the basic idea. Oh, it's stage camera. Okay, over there. So you got your Arduino Uno based board in there, and this may change slightly, but for the beta kit, I'm decided on this particular unit. And we've got a commodity off-the-shelf connector shield, which turned out to be really cost-effective and super nice too. Actually, it's nice. It's got nice connectors on it. It's an OSEP shield. They make a bunch of different shields. This one's super cheap. It's one of their very cheapest shields because all it is a bunch of connectors. As you might have seen earlier. Let's see if I got it. Where is that thing? I don't know. Well, we looked at a couple of different options, and I built a couple of different breadboarded shields myself. I don't really feel like dragging it out or anything, but I showed those on a previous show. Went with that actually for a little while, but this actually works out. It's $4 more, and it's very nice, and it's off the shelf, and it's super easy to assemble because it's pre-assembled. So I just snap it on there, and you could do it yourself if you were putting the kit together yourself. I looked at RJ11 connectors and RJ11 surface mount female jacks for the previous incarnation. I'm still looking at that actually. If I could find a really convenient and cost-effective solution for that, I'd really like to use RJ11 connectors. I like them, and the cords are really easy to get, and they're thin too. I like that. And they have the little tab that locks them in there, so those are nice. Anyway, still hoping for the real production level kit to use RJ11 connectors or something like that. Now these do not. These ones use these connectors, which are actually there's some real strengths in this as well. So uses a 3-conductor connector, which actually is already the connector that one will find on regular servos. The sort of which this model is mounted upon right now. Yeah, it's Spock. We miss you, Leonard Nimoy. It's a little Lego Spock, actually. I have all of the Star Trek stuff. So when I use the R model command, so here's a quick intro to Internet Toybox if this is your first time. Quick intro to Internet Toybox. What does it do? Well, it puts your viewers, if you're a performer, an internet stream performer like me, put your viewers in charge of some of your stuff. Initially, I mounted one of my webcams onto one of these servos, the servos that we've just been looking at. One of these servos, actually a smaller servo, and put the internet in control of the camera while I was performing, and that is really cool. And then I've extended that idea to other things, such as this R model command, which it's just a demonstration of the same thing. You'll notice when I do that the little Spock model rotates randomly. This is just a convenient demonstration of the entire workflow. So I do that, Spock mode rotates randomly, and that's what the system does. It puts viewers in your chat venue, and actually yourself too, in charge of your stuff. So you put your cameras on it, you put attach other things to it like this light. So viewers in my channel can control this light. Right now they can't control the color, but they will soon. That's the next thing. We're going to play with it tonight. So they can turn the light on and off. I'm going to make this bigger and point it 3 different colors in my face. And then I'll have a lighting director who can run the lights during my show. Won't that be cool? So that was done with the lamp off command, and users can configure, users being performers, can configure these commands themselves, what they do exactly and which objects they control. Anyway, so the objects, this model mounted servo and another camera over here that's mounted on a servo, and this light, I'm referring to them as toys, which you play with the toy box. That's the idea. So the toy box here, and then you got man, that thing generates a lot of light. Toy box there, and then you got toys, right? The plug into the toy box. Thus, I wanted a way to plug in a whole bunch of stuff, right, and make it super convenient. So all the toys in the system so far, pardon me, and I intend to stick with this, use 3 wires at most. Some use only 2 connectors, but some use 3. None use 4. And this has a whole row of really convenient 3-wire connectors that are even color-coded, which is super easy for people to hook up. So even if it's not pre-hooked up, you just plug it in just like this. And we're going to do that in a bit because this is actually a specific purpose of this episode here. I'm going to get this part on camera, and it'll be used for my thing. My monitoring screen where I can see whether or not I'm still streaming, because it actually just went down. Hold on a moment. Okay, we are back. All right. Well, while I was over there, I took the opportunity to grab the earlier version of the Shield. This is when I thought it was a good idea to build it myself. I mean, it works okay. It's a bit of a pain to get the pins to line up if you're using a standard 0.1 inch bread or something. But anyways, no big deal. Its only job really is to provide the connectors. So as you see, I was already using three pin connectors. That seemed like the thing to do. I have a so-called smoothing capacitor there for the servos for when they start up, and crammed everything else I could underneath. A little bit messy, but not too bad. For a prototype, it's clear that this could be a replicable process, but was it practical is a thing. So I mean, even if I got it down to 20 minutes per unit, still don't relish the idea of staying up all night soldering shields together. So the total cost for that was just under $6, and for just under $4 more, for about $3.50 more, we get this shield. So I'm going with that solution for now, for this level, this incarnation of the kit. Okay, so what do you get? Well, just like the original Shield version of it, which is retired, but I'm still keeping this because it's going to be handy if I ever need to hook up 4 servos to an Arduino real quick and I want a smoothing cap and all that other crap. So, but back to the bench with you. Right, so what do you get? You get support for, I'm going to call it technically support for 4 toys. All the Internet Toy Boxes in the current incarnation, they support 4 toys, right? So maybe this is 3 remote control, user controlled cameras and 1 lamp, or 3 different lights, like an RGB mini spotlight configuration where users could change the lights, disco lights. Oh, that's a good idea. Or maybe it's just for Star Trek models mounted on servos because you're a tabletop gamer and you want to play a tabletop game with your audience. Yeah, I'm dying to see somebody try that. So please, if you're doing that, hit me up right away. If that's your thing, if you're a Twitch streamer and you play those tabletop games, like Starfleet Battles or something. Is that what they call it? I don't know. I'm not that geeky. Anyways, if you have all those little diecast models and stuff, I'm really dying to see what those people would make of this. pardon me. So maybe you have four servos and you just want to mount Starship models on them. Dang, I really want to do that right now, actually. All right. I mean, we could do it. We could do it right now. We have the technology. Okay. So maybe you want to do that. So in any case, you get 4 toys. And there are more toys underway. Actually, developing the toys is the fun part of this project now for me. So I'm thinking of the toy box as a platform upon which to deploy all of these different fun toys that we can come up with. So these are the toys currently available. Again, monkeyrobotics.com. Just go to Monkey Robotics. You get the Spotlight, which I can make you for $7. And I list out the parts. You can make your own if you like. That's fine. So $7 mini Spotlight, $9 display model, rotating display model kit, Lego Spock not included. Instead you get a plastic cowboy with that kit. You get plastic cowboy. So rotating plastic cowboy or Indian kit. A larger servo that is the next is a larger servo that you can get that's capable of. I've checked it out. That is capable of rotating GoPro. And I don't have a GoPro, but I checked out the weight and I rotated something of the same weight and dimensions. So it's capable of doing that. Or for $21, the same kit that I use myself for the cameras, which is one of the smaller servos. Not this one, it's a smaller servo. The ones that I'm using for both the ones right now that I originally used. They're low power, which is cool, and they're cheaper, which is cool too. So that and Logitech's cheapest webcam. Here it is. This is what I've been using. And I take it mostly apart. Take it apart almost completely. There's very little on this thing, actually, on the Logitech 170 that you actually need. You can remove almost all the parts. Just take all that crap off. If you have a small enough screwdriver, you can unscrew it, but actually it's pointless unless you want to keep the hardware, because they just pop off if you bend them backwards anyways. So I keep this little plastic tab, this plastic part, because it's not heavy and it's a good place to drill. I drill tiny holes and then I mount the camera right on top of the servo, so it's very securely mounted. So for $21 you get the Pan Now. That's Logitech's cheapest camera, and I might use a cheaper camera if I can find one, or lighter, or maybe a better one. Whatever, $10 camera, $10 Logitech camera, mounted as securely as possible. Well, they're plenty secure. They've never caused any problems for me. For the on a medium-sized servo, they're called. And what? Oh, that's PanCam Now, $21. A pre-assembled servo-mounted webcam. In other words, if you've seen my show or you saw the Internet Toybox and like, well, I want the cam. That's actually the first thing you want, is you want to put viewers in charge of your camera. And I don't know what kind of camera you have. Maybe it's too heavy or too light, or the cable's not long enough, or whatever. This really does all of it, because it's Logitech's cheapest webcam, and I'll mount it on the servo for you and set up all your stuff. I'm also working on a confetti cannon. That's going to be so cool. It's not going to blow actual confetti, because that'd be a mess, right? Instead, it's like streamers. So this will be cool. So the audience will be able to turn on streamers, or you can have it turn on, like if you get a subscriber, like the confetti cannon can go off or something, right? So that's the idea there. And the relay. Actually, I have this cool relay. Well, it's not much to look at. Looking at more interesting, we've been looking at more interesting stuff that's more fun, like on the eyes, but this little relay here that I found is just finally been looking at a couple of different ones. That's an Arduino Pro Micro in front. Let me show you that part. But there we go. It's a really nice little relay I picked out. Finally, it's within the price range. I think it's $6, and or was it $4? I think it's $4 if I get a few more of them. and capable of switching a load for like maybe a small popcorn maker or something like that. And so that's one of the other options I'm working on. I'm working on two others too, actually, over on the bench here. Not quite ready to show off. The complete bill of materials is right here on site. You'll see there's all the cost right there. Not looking to profit from that stuff, any of that yet. Actually, the plan is just to have it be as cheap a product as possible. I mean, it's inexpensive. I want it to be quality, and cool and fun. Just want it to be accessible, really, to many people, so they can play with it. That's the point. So the point is just to make it as accessible to as many people as possible, support as many different applications as possible, and then get them all out there, and then make toys. That's the cool thing, because I have all kinds of ideas for ways to interact with audiences and performers that other people won't have, trust me. So I'd rather have it proliferate as a platform, and then I'll make a little money off of the toys themselves. That's how I'd like to do it. So, oh right, so big news. Interestingly, if I was just demonstrating the lamp, then and this is the next one. Well, then how is this working in that one? Well, because from day one, if you've been tracking the project, from day one, I actually planned ahead to support multiple units. And so now that I've got two different incarnations happening at the same time, I got my production one over here, which is not the pretty one. The production one's the crazy looking one. Of course, that's how the real world works. The production one, the real one, is the crazy looking one. That's the bleeding edge one, because I'm hacking on it all the time, right? So that's the one over here with all the wires hanging out. And the one that's running my cameras and stuff like that. This is the beta user kit. So, I mean, this is meant to be used by other people. So obviously it's packaged up and stuff. It's got a nice little case on it. This looks like cardboard, but it's not. It's actually a plexiglass or whatever, lucite. What do they call that? Yeah, this is lucite. Yeah, it's lucite. Yeah, lucite on the top, and it's taped down, but I've got the fasteners for it. It's just because I'm still wiring it up to make it clean. All right, so again, back to what do you get? You get four. It supports 4 toys, right? And I'm just saying it supports 4 toys, but technically it supports a lot more, but we're not going to get into that. In terms of the specifications and what is supported, it's 4 toys. There's the bill of materials off to the left there. It's an Arduino, a connector shield, which might change, but I don't think so. I really like this one. It's super stable, and I only had to make one quick mod to it to make it compatible with this thing. So a quick some snips and all done. So $20 Arduino. I am also actually all future ones I think I'm going to use the SparkFun Red board. I really like it. It's completely Arduino compatible. It uses the SOD version of the microcontroller. It has the power and the USB that I absolutely must have, plus the power protection fuse, and it's pretty because it's red. So that's cool. So planning on that. All right, so you get four toys. Supports 4 toys, really more, but we don't talk about that. That's like an asterisk thing. And as a bonus, the so-called head toy. Yeah, clever name, huh? I know, I'm clever like that. So, and the head toy, which is really just in the head right here. If you guys recall, originally I was trying to make it look like a little person, and I think I'll still do that. But this is where the head used to be, and so. But actually, there's a reason that it's in this separate little area. One, most of the commercial cases that I'm looking at sourcing for the production version, they have some extra added space, right? So it's either going to be empty or it's going to be used for something. So I figure use it for something, we'll put an extra one there. Also, as I say, the whole system is designed for simplicity's sake, to use 3 conductor connectors, right? So, and like this. Actually, it's a little dark in here. I should have lights on if I'm going to do this. Oh, so we're going to do this in a minute because there's something I want to test. There's actually a big announcement here. So this uses these 3 conductor connectors, and I planned this out. I wanted to stick with 3 conductors. It's good for use with the RJ11s. It's more secure connection than just 2 pins. And the wires are more flexible than 4 pins. So anyways, I thought these would be good. Better than the 4-pin JSTs, which I was looking at before. Anyways, right. So, however, so I intend for most toys, even when I've been thinking about other toys, I'm like, oh, what else other kind of toys could I make? I'm always immediately thinking, well, how do I fit that into 3 connectors? Because I don't want to, like, I like sticking with this methodology. I don't want to deviate unless I really have to. But I thought, well, I should build in a capability for something that needs more connectors. There's more pins involved, and that's going to be what the head toy is for. So for either things that use more than just the standard 3 connector controls, or things that need more abstracted controls, like for a relay, or no, that's not a good example. An LCD would be like a 7-segment display, or an LCD or something like that. It wouldn't be just a simple matter of like turning pins on and off or sending analog signals. It might be some higher level communication or something like that. So that's why I have the RGB in the head toy position. So one of the head toys you can get is an RGB, a large RGB. This is a small one, and I got some large ones, so maybe we'll do that. I'll replace this thing. I think I got my footage that I need for the intro to Internet Toybox. I'll have to cut it all up in YouTube because I rambled a bit. But I've got some nice diffuse RGB LEDs from SparkFun, I think. Either SparkFun or Adafruit, maybe, or maybe Mouser. And 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 elements. Probably common cathode. In there is a common anode RGB element, strangely enough. I knew I had to replace it. That's why this is taped on instead of screwed on. So, as I said, the news is I have 3 of these in total that I can get to streamers now. If you are a bleeding edge, leading edge, sort of crazy, I want to try it sort of streamer. Doesn't necessarily have to be Twitch, but the means of communication at the moment is Twitch. Then there's the information, monkeyrobotics.com. Ding, 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 ding. And I think I covered all of that. Okay, so one of the jobs tonight, replace the, upgrade the head toy, RGB head toy in the unit with in this one, with the large one, which is diffused and should look even prettier.